Fernando Alonso is widely considered one of the best drivers, if not the best driver of his generation. But according to former teammate Tarso Marquez, Alonso could possibly be the best driver of any generation. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Racing. I love Fernando Alonso. He is my favourite of all time. And according to Tarso Marquez, his former teammate at Minardi, he also believes that Fernando Alonso could be one of the greatest of all time, possibly even the greatest, as he has admitted that despite being a huge fan of Ayrton Senna, like all Brazilians are, he actually rates Alonso above him. So, speaking with Sportskeda, Tarso Marquez admitted that he's a huge fan of Ayrton Senna. He's got a lot of respect for Michael Schumacher. However, he feels that Fernando Alonso was slightly better than all of them. Now, you could argue that he was Alonso's teammate and that he would argue this so that he looks better against Alonso because Alonso did a pretty bad number on Marquez when they were at Minardi. I believe Marquez actually finished the season ahead of Alonso because the one race where Marquez finished and Alonso DNF'd, I think Marquez was lucky that there were a lot of retirements in that race. But for the most part that season, Alonso absolutely smoked Marquez when it came to qualifying, when it came to races. Marquez could not get close to Fernando. But this is what Tarso Marquez had to say regarding Alonso and his ability. He said, quote, "I am a fan of Ayrton Senna like all Brazilians, and there are some recent legends like Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, and now Max Verstappen. And it is very difficult to compare drivers from different eras, but I think Fernando is as good as them or better. I think Fernando should be at his level in terms of number of titles. If I had to choose a driver for my team, I would choose Fernando. I think he was better than Schumacher when they competed against each other, and even if the Brazilians get angry, I would say he is also better than Senna." End of quote. So, pretty mad there to see Marquez come out and say that he prefers Alonso over Senna. I mean, it's not often you're going to hear a Brazilian pick anybody over Senna, but that's exactly what Marquez has done. So that is very interesting. But Marquez also went on to speak about some other teammates that he's had in his career, and he said, quote, "I had some great teammates in my career: David Coulthard, Giancarlo Fisichella, Jarno Trulli, Mark Webber. But Fernando was by far the best. The most impressive thing is that he learned the circuits very quickly, much faster than most. He found the limit in a couple of laps." End of quote. And when you look at Marquez's teammates, he's had a pretty decent lineup of teammates. Coulthard, Fisichella, Trulli, Webber. I mean, some of those guys were also teammates of Fernando. We know that Trulli teamed up with Alonso for 2 years at Renault. Fisichella also teamed up with Alonso at Renault for a few years. So, I mean, those guys have also had the, misfortune of having to go up against Fernando. And, they've struggled. I believe Jarno Trulli did finish ahead of Alonso in 2003. But Alonso did have the only win that season, and in 2004, Alonso pretty comfortably beat Jarno Trulli, and he got quite a lot of podiums. Despite Trulli winning in Monaco, I think Alonso was the superior Renault driver in the 2024 season. But anyway, that is it. In 2001, when Marquez was Alonso's teammate, that was Alonso's debut season as well, and Alonso completely smoked Marquez. So, in Marquez's opinion, Fernando is better than Senna and Schumacher. For me, I think it's hard to compare him with Senna because the eras are really different. Schumacher, I think you can compare him with, although you could argue by the time that Alonso got machinery to compete against Schumacher, Schumacher was definitely older. But we've seen that Alonso, in this era, has managed to drive at such a high level right into his 40s. So maybe Fernando's just built differently. Because back then, you know, we thought when a driver was getting into his late 30s, you know, he was past it, he was slowing down. We would give drivers, you know, the benefit of the doubt and claim, well, he's no longer at his best. But in 2024, and for the past like 3-4 seasons, we've seen Fernando, whether it be late 30s or early 40s, he's still capable of great drive. So maybe Fernando Alonso is just built differently, and maybe he is the best of all time. One thing I think we can all agree on is that he definitely deserves more world titles. I would love to see him get another one. It's highly unlikely though, but let's just hope that he can at least get one more win. Where's it going to come from? That I do not know, but I'd love to see Alonso stand on the top step of the podium one more time. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with Marquez? Do you think that Alonso's better than Senna? Do you think that Alonso's better than Schumacher? I know a lot of people will disagree, but I'm an Alonso fanboy. I love Fernando Alonso, so I'm tempted to agree. But like I said, it's very hard to compare different drivers from different eras. Anyway, that's it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.